throw 3 picks.
I think I'm going to go with Frisco also. Dallas has its issues, especially on defense. I'm having Frisco win 31-10.
Oh, so domination either way. Next game is Minnesota at St. Louis. St. Louis, of course, starting Sean Hill week 1 with Sam Bradford out. Obviously, at some point this season, we'll probably see their waiver claim Case Keenum. But Matt Castle has looked really good for Minnesota in the preseason, and Teddy Bridgewater is as well, but they're going with Castle. I'm actually going to pick Minnesota on the road to win and St. Louis 28-24.
I like Minnesota as well. I think that they're going to win 24-17.
Ooh. So you are a believer in Matt Castle now?
Absolutely not.
But
I think that he is an above average facilitator, and when Bridgewater gets his feet wet, he'll take over.
Next is San Diego at Arizona. I am not a believer in San Diego. I'm not a believer in their offense. I don't think it's good enough. Arizona's defense is really, really good. I know Tyrann Mathieu iffy, but they still got Patrick Peterson. Lost Darnell Dockett, but they still have John Abraham. I like Arizona. I'll take them in a close one, 27-24.
I'm taking San Diego. I'm not a big believer in Arizona. I think that even though San Diego is right at or above average, they're still better than Arizona.
San Diego, to me, is the most even team. They are the perfectly built 8-8 team. They are the most average team in the NFL. The most average team in the NFL. I really think that's what you get out of San Diego. And I think Arizona is slightly above average, which is why I'll take Arizona. Next is a pretty big game. New Orleans at Atlanta. New Orleans looking for a Super Bowl. Atlanta coming off a really rough season last year, but looks to be bouncing back, but their defense still has some holes. But I'm going to pick the upset. I believe in Matty Ice. I will take Atlanta 35-31.
No way. I'm taking Drew Brees. I think that he's going to just dominate 48-20.
So I know you're big into Drew Brees, probably because you're on his Advocare.
Well, that's a different story, but yeah.
All right, next is Carolina at Tampa. Injury concern about Cam Newton. Lack of offensive weapons in Carolina. Tampa Bay looks to be very improved with a steady quarterback now in Josh McCown and a nice head coach in Lovie Smith. I think Tampa's 1 year away from competing in the playoffs, but I will take Tampa Bay in a close one, 21-20.
I think Tampa Bay will walk all over them because Cam Newton right now isn't Cam Newton. I look for it to be 31-7.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't see Carolina's defense being that bad. Their defense is still very, very good. Luke Kuechly is the best linebacker in the league.
That's right.
Next is maybe the easiest game to pick in the entire week 1. Jacksonville at Philadelphia. Need to say more. 31-7 Philadelphia.
That's a safe pick. I would say I'm taking Philadelphia 31-7.
So
as
same.
well. Same thing.
Jacksonville. If they were starting Blake Bortles, they'd have a little bit better chance, but you still have big.
Biff Bortles,
Blaine Bortles, Bart Bortles,
Bob Bortles, whoever.
All right, next is Tennessee at Kansas City, and I think this is going to be maybe the best game of the week. I will pick Kansas City with a field goal at the last second. I'll pick them 49-48 in a slugfest. I think Jake Locker is going to have a great game.
I like Kansas City. I guess it's left over from last year. However, I'm not a big believer in Tennessee. And so therefore I'm taking Kansas City 28-21.
Okay. Next is Washington at Houston. Washington has a whole lot of problems. Houston, what are you going to get out of Ryan Fitzpatrick? Houston is the way better team than Washington, but for some reason, I'm just not feeling it this week. I'm going to pick Washington 28-21.
How dare you? I'm taking Houston. Actually, Washington has a lot of speed. Houston has a great defense. They're going to win 17-10. Just a real squeaker, I think.
This may be the most highly profiled game. Indianapolis at Denver. Andrew Luck versus Peyton Manning. This is my AFC Championship game. And I think it'll just be a preview of Denver dominating Indianapolis 38-10.
I'm a Peyton Manning fan, and I think Denver will beat them. They'll win 34-28.
Next is the battle of maybe the two of the five worst teams in the NFL, the Raiders at the Jets. Geno Smith, iffy quarterback. Derek Carr, the second-round pick rookie, playing for Oakland. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to pick Oakland. I think Derek Carr is going to have a nice game, and I'm not a big fan into Geno Smith. I'll take him 18-15.
You know, had Shaw been playing, I would have picked the Jets. However, I think Carr will add a new dimension to it, and I'm taking the Raiders. I'm taking them 33-26. Note the 26.
Oh, 2-point conversion randomly for the Jets.
Safety.
All right, Buffalo and Chicago. This should be an easy pick at Soldier Field. Chicago should. I think they're going to run away with this one, 48-10.
Yeah, Chicago has a very good team. They don't have the best quarterback in the world, but they have an adequate quarterback. I think Cutler is good, and Buffalo has issues. I think Chicago will win 21-14.
Oh, so closer game.
Close.
Next is New England at Miami, and New England's had a history of struggling with Miami in Week 1, and I think that streak will continue. I'm going to take Miami 19-18.
Are you? I'm going with the safe pick. I'm going with New England. The Brady factor is just too big. Miami's got a lot of issues, and I look for New England to win 36-24.
Next, we have the Cleveland Browns in Pittsburgh. This game, will we see Johnny? Will we not see Johnny? I don't think it even matters. Pittsburgh's defense is old and not look great, especially in the secondary. I'll take Cleveland 28-25.
I think Cleveland will surprise a lot of people this year. They're going to do well against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is getting old. They don't have a very good offensive line. So I'm taking Cleveland 17-13.
Next, we have Cincinnati at Baltimore, another battle in the AFC North. Baltimore minus Ray Rice. Cincinnati, Andy Dalton with his new contract. Let's see how he does with it. I'll give the benefit of doubt to Cincinnati because they have a lot more talent than Baltimore does. I'll take the Bengals 24-14.
Are you? I'm taking the Bengals also, basically because I'm not sold on Baltimore's offensive coordinator and his quarterback's coach, which are okay, but I think the score is going to be 31-28.
And now we have the Monday night football game. Giants at the Lions. I know you're a huge fan of the Lions. You're probably going to take them to dominate. Eli and the offense has looked stagnant, like pond water in the preseason. But I just cannot get over Eli. I think Eli will find a way to get it done. I'll take the Giants in overtime, 31-28.
Whoa. I like Detroit. I think they're going to have a high-scoring offense. I think they're going to win 48-10.
All right, and that's our NFL picks for the season. Remember to check back on Tuesday in our next show for our NFL picks for next week. And that'll bring us into our final 2-minute segment of the show, our sport stuffings. And it's time for you to have your minute.
My minute is with the NFL. I don't know if it's a no-fun league or the nice football league. They try to change stuff so much that you look at a game and it doesn't look like football anymore. And guys try to celebrate. Certainly, we don't want them doing things that they shouldn't be doing, like Terrell Owens did or Chad Johnson had done it sometimes. However, I think that they should be allowed to do some celebrations, even team celebrations.
You know, they've You can't do anything like the Fun Bunch no more that Washington used to do. Jimmy Graham with the dunking over the goalpost. They find him, but what does it matter?
It doesn't matter. It matters if you score a touchdown.
My sports stuffing minute will be right off the topic of we talked about earlier about Clayton Kershaw being an MVP. And I'd like to make a case for my National League MVP. And I think this will surprise some people, but I think it's going to gain some. I think it's gaining some traction. Josh Harrison of the Pittsburgh Pirates should win National League MVP. This guy is the glue. This guy holds together the Pittsburgh Pirates in their very close quest of making the postseason. Will they get a wild card? I think they will. I'm not a believer in Milwaukee, and they're already starting to fade. I think Pittsburgh will slide in, but even if they don't, Josh Harrison has done everything for them this year. He's been more important than Andrew McCutchen for this team. He's played like 10 games at 7 different positions. It's really amazing what he's done. He's hitting 300, has almost 20 home runs. He's going to have probably 70, 80 RBIs. Was an all-star. Just a really great guy. Is the most talented utility guy we've seen in a lot of years. It's really nice to see him, considering he's never had real success at 250 hitter in his career.
How many positions has he played?
He's played at least 6, probably 7. I don't know if he's played first base any, but he probably has.
Wow.
All he needs to do, let him pitch in relief. They've had some trouble at closer. They traded Jason Grilli away. They need some closing.
He might surprise them.
And that is Sports Stuff 365. As you probably noticed, this show is a little bit shorter. We're changing our format from hour shows to 30-minute shows for your better viewing experience. I'm Travis.
I'm George.
And make sure to check us out on Tuesday. Check us out on our website. Watch this and other videos on YouTube and on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and have a great day.